Evening folks, or morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are whilst you're watching this, and thank you for watching. Here we are with an update to my Oldhammer Empire Army project, the next 500 points of it to be precise. You see, even the dog wants to join him. So yes, for the next 500 points, what I've done is another unit of halberdiers, an Empire volley gun. I've converted up a army standard bearer, and I've used the young Volton model as a warrior priest. In fact, let's have a close up of him. Yeah, not bad. I will of course do close-up shots of all of this lot before the end of the video, or leave you with like a turntable shot. As for the painting, what I've done is carried on with what I had done before, and that is just, it's mostly a rescue of some old models that I had once upon a long while ago, and I've just tarted it up, changed the paint scheme slightly. I've not stripped and repainted from scratch, with the exception of the crew for the volley gun. So let's have a look at a couple of those guys. Yeah, he's not bad. Always quite like this particular model, actually. Reminded me of a science teacher I had at school. And this guy. And the gun itself, which I've mounted on a base. Yeah, good works that all. Now, as for this army standard bearer, the legs and the horse are from the Perry Miniatures Agincourt Knights range, and I've just grafted one of my old halberdiers from way back when, with a couple of arms I had in my spare bits box and a standard I had in my old bits box, from there to the legs from the old Perry Miniatures Agincourt Knights range, and as you can see, it's come out quite nicely. I actually prefer that to the Games Workshop horses. So there we go. Now, I knew I wanted, as a general for the army, especially at lower points levels. Oh, by the way, on the subject of the army standard bearer, I haven't decided what magic standard he's going to be using. I'll decide that at some point later. Now, I knew at lower points levels I wanted to have a warrior priest as the general. And I went trawling eBay for a Luther Huss model, and somebody was selling this, which I did actually own way back when. And actually, no, I owned the newer Volton model, which I no longer have, way back when. And they had mislabeled it as Luther Huss. It's the young Volton model, but I thought that'll do as a generic warrior priest. So that's what he's going to be doing. And yes, and obviously they're the halberdiers as well. That is the next 500 points, roughly, near as damn it, for my Empire Army. But that's not all. Like all good hobbyists, there's far too many things to tempt me in my to-do queue, pile of shame, pile of opportunity, whatever you want to call it. So I couldn't resist. I had to get on and finish the Emperor himself, Karl Franz. Can't use it until it's 2,000 points or more, according to the rules. Boo hiss. But it's a fantastic model. I was seriously tempted to just paint it up and sell it, but nah, can't do that. And whilst I was there, I found a wizard model that I'd forgotten I had, and so I painted him as well. So there we go. Not so much the next 500 points as the next 1,200, 1,300's worth. But anyway, there we go. That's the progress on my Oldhammer, Empire Army. One final thought. I thought I'd leave you guys, before I do the turntable shots of my update for this month, with a shot of the army so far. So here we are. Quite pleased with it, I think. So far, so good. A bit of cheating in terms of using historical models. A bit of resurrection of old stuff from the attic. And something I just couldn't resist and had to get in paint. But here we are. That's it so far. Points-wise, it is because of the Emperor and how much he is, and the extra wizard that I found, it's about 1,800 points worth. But there'll be a fair bit more to come with just Empire, and like I say, I've got some allies on the way too. Thanks to everyone for watching, and thanks to those who've subscribed lately, and there'll be more updates on this army soon.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fainting to a slip, and a kicking from the hip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Yeah, but they fought with expert timing. There was funky Billy Chin and little Sammy Chung.